MSR Master Vision యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ ఈ యొక్క వీడియోలో క్లాస్ 10th బయాలజీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం. సో ఈ యొక్క వీడియోలో లెసన్ వైజ్ 1 మార్క్ క్వశ్చన్స్, 2 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్, అదేవిధంగా 4 మార్క్స్ మరియు 8 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ గురించి 1 by 1 డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం. ఎవరైనా మన యొక్క ఛానల్ని ఫస్ట్ టైం విజిట్ చేసినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. సో మరి ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం టాపిక్లోకి వెళ్దాం. సో ఫస్ట్ వీల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ లెసన్ 1. The first lesson name is nutrition or the food supplying system. So in this lesson, yes, 1 mark questions మనం గమనించినట్లయితే, yes, the first question, name the 3 end products of photosynthesis. Name the 3 end products of photosynthesis. Second question, what is the connecting substance between light reaction and dark reaction? So these two questions which comes under 1 mark questions. Then we will discuss about 2 marks questions. So what are the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? Then give reason questions గమనించినట్లయితే, first question, why photosynthesis is considered as the basic energy source for most of the living world? Then second question, why is it better to call the dark phase of photosynthesis as a light independent phase? Why is it necessary to destarch a plant before performing any experiment on photosynthesis? So give reason questions నుంచి కంపల్సరీగా మనకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది. Then we can go for 5th question. So most leaves have the upper surface more green and shiny than the lower ones. Why? So this is also 2 marks question. Then what is the role of acid in stomach? Yes, which acid is there in the stomach? That is also important. Then what is the role of roughages in the alimentary canal? So these questions which comes under 2 marks questions. Then we can go for 4 marks questions. So write the differences between light reaction and dark reaction. This is most important question, expected question for 2023 main exam. Then we can go for next question. How do fats digested in our bodies? So where does this process takes place? Then what food habits you are going to follow after reading this chapter? Then 8 marks questions, very very important. Explain the structure of chloroplast with a neat labeled diagram. Very very important, expected question for 2023. So this is most important. Then, so what is malnutrition? Explain some nutrition deficiency diseases. This is also most important for 8 marks. Then activities, so starch test, moles half-leaf experiment, then hydrilla experiment. So these 3 activities are very important in lesson 1. So we will discuss about important question in the second lesson. Yes, the second lesson name is respiration or the energy releasing system. So in this lesson 2 marks questions. What are the 2 marks questions he wants? Distinguish between inspiration and expiration, or write the differences between inspiration and expiration. Important. Then food sometimes enters into the windpipe and causes choking. How does it happen? Why does a deep sea diver carry oxygen cylinder on his back? So this is also 2 marks question. What happens if diaphragm is not there in the body? Next, how are alveoli designed to maximize the exchange of gases? Then we can go for 4 marks questions. In second lesson, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Yes, respiration and combustion. So these 2 questions are important for 4 marks in second lesson. Then what is the role of epiglottis and diaphragm in respiration? Explain the mechanism of gases exchange at bronchial level. Then after vigorous exercise or work we feel pain in the muscles. What is the relationship between pain and respiration? Very important question. This is expected question. Then if you have a chance to meet pulmonologist, what questions you are going to ask about pulmonary respiration? Then in the second lesson 8 marks questions, important 8 marks questions. Photosynthesis, respiration. What procedure do you follow to understand anaerobic respiration by the yeast? Very very important, expected question. Then collect information about cutaneous respiration in the frog. Prepare a note, display them in your classroom. Yes, first activity and second activity both important. Sometimes they will ask diagram based questions also. Then we can go for third lesson, transportation or the circulatory system. So in this lesson, one more questions. What are the three main types of blood vessels in the body? Which blood vessel carry blood for oxidation? Which blood vessel carry blood for oxidation? Then 2 marks questions. Which type of blood vessels carry blood away from the heart? Which is the largest artery in the body? Why is it big in size? What is root pressure? How is it helpful for the plant? So this is also most important question. Then 4 marks questions. What is transport system? How this helps to the organism? What is the use of platelets? Write the differences between xylem and phloem. Then what is your inference about experiments with epids? After reading this lesson, what precautions you would suggest to your elders about edema? So this is also most important question. Then phloem is a food source for some animals. How can you justify this statement? Then we can go for 8 marks questions. Write the differences between arteries and veins. It is also expected question, differences between arteries and veins. Then explain the way how plants get water by osmosis through root hairs. So this is also important for 8 marks. Then what happens if diaphragm is not there in the body? Then we can go for 4th lesson. 4th lesson, excretion or the waste disposing system. In this lesson, 2 marks questions. How are waste products excreted in amoeba? Yes, generally in amoeba, waste materials are excreted by the process of diffusion. Then give reason questions. Always vasopressin is not secreted. Many times they ask this question, important. Then we can go for second question. When urine is discharged, in beginning it is acidic in nature, later it becomes alkaline. Give reason. Then we can go for third question. Diameter of afferent arteriole is bigger than the efferent arteriole. Then fourth question. Urine is slightly thicker in summer than in winter. So it is also important. Then we can go for third question. Write the differences between primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Then in the fourth lesson, 4 marks questions, important 4 marks questions we will discuss. How plants manage waste materials. What is meant by osmoregulation? How is it maintained in the human body? Next we can go for differences. Write the differences between functions of PCT and DCT. Very important. Write the differences between PCT and DCT. Then kidney and artificial kidney. Write the differences between kidney and artificial kidney. Then 7th question. To keep your kidney healthy for long period, what questions will you ask a nephrologist or urologist? So this type of questions compulsory we can get. Yes, then we can go for 8th question. Deepak said that nephrons are functional and structural units of kidney. How will you support him? This is also most important, expected question. Then 9th question. After learning this chapter, what habits you would like to change or follow for your proper functioning of your kidneys? So then we can go for 9th question. After learning this chapter, what habits you would like to change or follow for proper functioning of the kidneys? Then we can go for 8 marks questions. What is meant by excretion? What is meant by excretion? Explain the process of formation of urine. Then why do some people need to use dialysis machine? Explain the principle involved in it. Describe the structure of nephron with the help of a diagram. After learning this chapter, what habits you would like to change or follow for proper functioning of your kidneys? So these are the 8 marks questions. Then we can go for lesson 5, coordination or the linking system. In this lesson we will discuss about 2 marks questions. Fill in the missing sections in the following flow chart. Yes, step on a sharp edged object, empty, then spinal cord, analyze information and send commands. Then second question, what is synapse? How is it useful in transfer of information? This is also important question. Then write the differences between stimulus and response. Write the differences between afferent arteriole and write the differences between afferent and efferent nerves. Then we can go for 4 marks questions. Distinguish between receptor and effector. How does phototropism occur in plants? State whether the following actions are voluntary actions or reflex actions or conditioned reflex. Yes, here they given blinking, cleaning of the table, playing on keyboard, salivating when food is put in the mouth. We close our ears when we hear unbearable sound. Then we can go for 7th question. If you visit a doctor, what doubts you would like to clarify about pancreas? Then we can go for 8 marks questions. Distinguish between central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Important question. Then man is the most intelligent animal. What could be the fact that helped us to reach such a conclusion? What will happen to the potted plant kept near a window in the room? This is most important question. Then draw a neat label diagram of brain and write a few points how it is protected. So these are the questions which is in biology from 1 to 5 lessons. So if you feel like important questions, please like and share and comment to others. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.